So, starting in a Baddha Konasana position with feet together and knees out wide. Just take a couple cooling, calming breaths in and out through the nose. Right away, beginning to notice those areas where maybe you're holding some tension and allowing yourself to adjust yourself if you need to. So maybe take the heels a little further away from the pubic bone so you're a little bit more supported in the lower back. And then sitting nice and tall, rest your arms by your side and just slowly begin to move the shoulders. So you can move forward and then back. And start moving them in opposite directions, whatever feels good to you. And then take the fingertips behind your back and bend the elbows so that the shoulders soften down away from the ears. And let's get started with a round of, let's do 30 really slow Kapalabhati. So big emphasis on that pumping of the belly. And then when you finish your 30 slow Kapalabhati, you can come forward and pull into Uddiyana, pulling belly up and in. All right, begin. When you release from Uddiyana, you can come back up to seated, nice and tall. And I'm going to give you guys the option. I know for some of us sitting in Baddha Konasana can be uncomfortable. So if you prefer to be in a wide-legged straddle position, if that's better for your lower back, you can come there. Otherwise, stay in Baddha. Let's work on just getting the shoulders, the chest activated with unlocking the shoulder. So we'll start with your left shoulder. So bend the left elbow, so the elbow's in line with the shoulder, the wrist is in line with the elbow. And then take your right hand to the inside of the elbow. And take a big inhale into the upper back. And as you exhale, begin pressing palm into elbow, elbow back into palm as you work on sliding the left shoulder back and in. You're continuing to breathe, you're continuing to press palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. So really feeling all of those muscles surrounding the left shoulder beginning to activate and turn on. Deep Ujjayi breath. Keep pressing palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. Turning all those muscles on that we use in our downward dogs, our chaturangas, our planks. Deep breaths, keep pressing. Palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Release and just roll out the left shoulder. And let's move right on to the other side. So bend your right elbow. So elbow in line with shoulder, wrist in line with elbow, and just make sure the fingers are spread nice and wide. Take the left hand to the inside of the elbow. Take a big inhale into the upper back. Exhale, press. Palm into elbow, elbow back into palm, and work on sliding your shoulder back and in. Ujjayi breath in and out with the nose. And feeling your breath travel all the way into that right side. Maintain your palm to elbow press and keep pulling the shoulder back and in. Maybe feeling a little bit of shaking as you turn all these shoulder supporting muscles on. Palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll out the right shoulder. Go ahead and guide your legs together. We're going to get straight down onto our backs for abs. So coming down onto your backs. Seems like it's a little uneven. There you go. I want you guys to see my roll in the front just in case. Just kidding. So come down onto your backs. And once you are down on your backs, take both legs straight up towards the sky. And just for a minute, really feel all of that blood rushing down into your lower back. And also your lower back just releasing into the mat, and in turn, the core beginning to turn on a little. And bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. Clasp your hands behind your head and neck, and squeeze your elbows up towards the sky. Lower back presses down. Inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Now curl your tailbone up. And as you exhale, extend right leg straight up. Spread the toes, and as you lift your heart and elbows towards the sky, just reach up through the ball of the right foot, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg up. Spread the toes, lift up through your heart, pull your lower belly down. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg up. Lift up to the chest. Pull lower belly and hips down. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg up. Now spread the toes, press. Lift up through your chest, but try and let your head relax into your palms. Pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, adding on, curl tailbone up. Exhale, right leg straight up. Now this time, flex the toes, angle big toe in, and pulse 3 times. Inwardly spiraling the leg as you stay up the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg up, flex, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg up, flex the toes, pulse 3 times. Inwardly spiraling the leg as you stamp the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg up, flex, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Last one, a little different. Come back to center. Inhale, curl tailbone up. Now this time as you exhale, right leg straight up. Pull the belly down. Take right thumb into right hip crease. Keep cradling the head. Inhale, curl tailbone up a second time. As you exhale, press your palm up, thigh away from hip. Pull your belly and your hip down. Inhale, back to center, hands behind the head. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, left leg lifts. Pull belly down. This time, left thumb into left hip crease. Inhale. Curl tailbone up a second time. Exhale, press palm up, thigh away from hip. Pull your lower belly and your hip down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower head and shoulders down. Lower your feet down. Let's plant the feet hip-width distance apart for bridge. And before lifting up, really slide the shoulders away from the ears so you feel more spaciousness in the neck. Release your arms by your side. Press into the feet and lift your hips up. So right away, feeling all those hip flexors, the entire front side of the body, getting a nice opening. And then send your sitting bones forward so your lower back's a little longer, and actively press into the feet to feel the shoulders, getting a really nice traction away from the ears. Lower the upper spine. Lower the mid spine. Lower the lower spine and the hips all the way down. And then roll onto your side and make your way into a tabletop position. So hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees hip width distance apart. Just make sure the fingers are spread nice and wide. Then take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, find rounding in the upper back. And we're gonna stay here rounded in cat for a few breaths. So the head is completely relaxed. You're rounding through the upper back and sending your breath right into the shoulder blades, the back of the neck. And softness. Slowly let yourself sink back to neutral. And tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into downward dog. And we'll spend a few breaths in our first downward dog, checking to make sure the fingers are spread nice and wide, wrists in line with the top of your mat. Let your head relax, but don't lose that activity, that strength in the upper back and the shoulders. Keep your belly pulled up towards your spine. As you inhale, walk your feet up towards your palms. Let's meet in a forward fold, feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, find a halfway lift, chest away from thighs, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, big bend in the knees, release to fold, let your head go all the way. Then press into your feet, inhale, rise up to stand, palms touch. Exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale, chest away from thighs. Exhale, release to fold. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release to fold. Rise up as you inhale, reach the palms up. And this time as you exhale, swan dive down, reach the arms out as you fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms, walk back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, shift forward into high plank. So hands are right underneath the shoulders. Your hips are in line with your shoulders. Now find that little squeeze of the elbows in. So again, we're breathing into the upper back. Feeling the core. You can drop the knees if you need, or squeeze the elbows in, and as slow as you can, lower down to the belly. Thighs back, take the palms way out in front of you for low cobra. The low cobra, we're continuing to work with the upper back and the shoulders. Press into your palms and drag your chest forward. Keep pressing into the palms, keep dragging chest forward, but pay attention now to the head, the neck. Maybe taking the gaze down so the back of the neck stays long as you breathe in and out of the nose. Lower the elbows. Take hands under shoulders. Take it back. Downward dog. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Bend your knee. Open up your hip with big, slow hip circles. Straighten left leg. Square the hips. Inhale. Left leg forward. Low lunge. Knee lowers, arms rise up, Anjaneyasana. Really find that strength in the legs. Staying lifted out of lower back, goal post the arms for shoulder shrugs in a lunge. Inhale, fill and spread the upper back. Now shrug shoulders straight up towards the ears, and as you exhale, nice and slow, squeeze upper shoulder blades. Mid shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, squeeze, lower tips of shoulder blades together, pull your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest, and find that little squeeze with the thighs together. Stay lifted out of lower back. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck back toes, and step right leg forward to fold. Press into your feet, inhale, take it up high, rise the arms. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, palms plant, left leg back, low lunge. Knee lowers, arms rise. Right away, maybe noticing those little subtle differences you feel from one side of the body to the other. Let's re-goal post the arms. So elbows align with shoulders. Inhale, fill and spread your upper back. Shrug shoulders straight up, and as you exhale, squeeze upper, mid. Bend those elbows, squeeze, lower tips of shoulder blades together, shoulders down, chin lifted. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, plant palms, step back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, shift forward, high plank. Press into the palms, feel that lift up out of lower back. And squeeze the elbows in, lower all the way down to the belly. You guys know you can always drop the knees if you need. Another low cobra, thighs back, palms way out in front of you. Press into your palms, drag your chest forward and breathe. Release. Take hands under shoulders, take it back, downward dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee, open up the hip, big, slow hip circles. Straighten the legs, square the hips, inhale, right back in, low lunge. Knee drops, arms rise up. And this time, let's find a little interlace behind the back. So opening the chest. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Here, if you'd like, you can let the chin fall closer to the chest. Reach the interlaced fingers just a little away from the sacrum. Feel the chest spread, shoulder to shoulder. Releasing that grip, rise the arms, inhale. Exhale, plant palms and step. Left leg forward to fold. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step, right leg back, low lunge, right into the other side. Finding that lift out of lower back, rising the arm, maybe wiggling the fingers, little rotation of the wrists. And then let's rediscover the interlace behind the back. So shoulders back, chest lifted. Legs are super engaged here so that you can support your upper torso, getting a little bit more activity than usual in a lunge while the lower body supports. Release the interlace, rise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, take it back, downward dog. High plank, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down to the belly. Thighs back, let's keep the hands under the shoulders for cobra. Squeeze the elbows in. Gaze down, neck long, inhale, lift the chest. And release, slide those shoulders back and extend your heart forward. You can imagine a little string attached to the sternum, pulling you directly towards the top of your mat. Exhale, release. Take it back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, big toes together to touch. If you're ready to jump, you can bend the knees and jump forward. Otherwise, walk and meet at the top of your mat. Big toes touching, inhale, halfway lift. Let's take an Uddiyana on the exhale. Your first inhale takes you into chair, Utkatasana. Lower the hips, rise the arms up and just pull both sets of shoulders down. And keep your weight in your heels, your belly glued towards the spine, and reach your fingertips out so they're in line with the shoulders, palms down. Kite hawk, inhale, flip palms up, thumbs rotate back, lift up your chest. Exhale, flip your palms down and around, round. Inhale, flip both palms up, thumbs rotate back, heart wide open. Exhale, flip your palms down and around, round. Now inhale, flip your palms forward. Press the palms back, open up to your chest. This time as you exhale, press palms together in front of you, round, sit the hips down a little lower. Inhale, press palms back, chest wide open. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, rise your arms up, pull shoulders down, belly in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms, walk back, downward dog. Okay. All right, from your downward facing dog, shift forward into high plank. Now from your high plank, you can take it down for cobra or work through your first chaturanga, high to low. Moving in downward dog. The left leg lifts, inhale. Step it through, warrior one. Find that nice foundation in the legs first. And then rising the arms up, soften to the jaw and the shoulders, and we'll move into brain cradling. Interlace the fingers and scoop up the base of the skull. The thumbs run down the base of the neck. The elbows squeeze in and up. And then you're letting just your head release into the palms as you breathe. The entire body is working to support just your head, just your brain, getting to be held and cradled by the palms as you fill up the entire face with your Ujjayi breath. Slowly rise your head up. Release your grip, take your arms up. Hips squared, inhale, lean the torso forward, hover right above the thigh. Now exhale, sweep the arms back, stay hovered, try not to cling with those upper toes. Inhale, arms forward. As you exhale, drop your palms and step. Right leg forward to folds. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, release your head, fold in. Press into the feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold right back in. The halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, take your palms down. And as you inhale, lift your right leg like you're coming into standing splits. Release your head completely, shake it out, yes and no. But our release is slow into runner's lunge. So that left quad is going to turn on as you very slowly lower the right foot down. As the right foot drops, you can rise up, high crescent. And just take a minute here. If you need to widen your stance for a little bit more stability, you're welcome to. And take those arms up, but soften through the shoulders as you telescope up through the ribs. Good. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend back knee, bend both elbows. Stay here. Back knee hovered. Inhale. Exhale, push your palms and elbows together in front of you, round. Now inhale, straighten both legs, rise the arms up. Exhale, just pull the shoulders down, keep the chest lifted, that right ankle squeezed in, inhale. Exhale, right back in, bend both knees, bend both elbows, back knee hovered, elbows bent, inhale. Exhale, press palms and elbows together, round. Inhale, both legs straighten, rise your arms up. Shoulders down, hips squared. This time on your exhale, sink right back into high crescent. Just the left knee bends. Extend out through the heels, square the hips, inhale. Lean the torso forward. As you exhale, drop palms, step back, downward dog. High plank, inhale, wave forward. This time as you exhale, just the right knee drops, modified side plank towards your left. Left arm peels open, left foot plants. And just feel this chest spread, shoulder to shoulder, palm to palm. Maybe lifting left leg. If you're lifting the left leg, extend out through the heel. Fire up that left side, the glutes. If you want to reach for the back foot, you can find that gentle kick away from the butt. So you move the stretch into the front left side, so as. You have a grip on the back foot. Come back to straight leg first. Let's all meet in plank. Drop left hand, step right leg back, inhale. You can take it back to downward dog or move through your connection. Meeting in downward dog, 3 breaths. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Hips are squared. Torso is nice and long. Once you feel that strength in your warrior one, find the interlace and scoop up the head of the neck, bring cradling. Thumbs run down the base of the neck, elbows squeeze in and up. You're telescoping up to the ribs, so the entire body is super active as just your head, just your brain gets to release right into the palms. And such a beautiful place sometimes to even close the eyes. And just feeling the breath come in through the nose and filling up each part of the face. Feeling the breath run into the eyeballs, the forehead, the jaw. And just letting your head be held and cradled. Inhale, rise your head up. Release your grip, take your arms up, square hips, inhale, lean the torso forward. Now stay hovered above the thigh, no clinging with the toes. Exhale, sweep the arms back, stay hovered. Inhale, arms forward. As you exhale, drop palms and step, left leg forward to folds. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, set your palms down. Then inhale, lift that left leg straight up towards the sky like you're coming into standing splits. Release your head, shake it out, left and right. Then as slow as you can, use that right quad to lower down into runners. When the foot drops, you can make your way up high crescent. From your high crescent, bend back back knee, bend both elbows, hold. Back knee hover, inhale. Exhale, press your palms and your elbows together in front of you, round. All at once, inhale, straighten both legs, rise the arms up. Square the hips and soften through the shoulders. Big inhale, right into the heart. Exhale, right back in, bend back knee, bend both elbows, hold, back knee hovered, inhale. Exhale, press your palms and your elbows together in front of you, round. Inhale, straighten both legs, rise your arms up. Again, soften through the shoulders, the jaw as you exhale. Inhale into the heart. As you exhale, just bend the right knee, come back into high crescent, lean your torso forward, get long. Exhale, drop palms, step right into plank, inhale. This time as you exhale, the left knee drops, modified side plank towards the right. The right foot plants, right arm peels open. Then you can work on lifting the right leg, extending up at the heel to start. So turning on the glute. You can think about a half moon here. You've got that option to reach for the back foot, finding a kick away from the butt. Come back to straight leg if you have the back foot. Drop the back foot if it's lifted. Let's all meet in plank. Right hand lowers, left leg back. Inhale. Take it through your connection, high to low, or you are welcome to come down to the belly. Big toes together to touch. Bend the knees, gaze forward, walk or float, meet at the top. Big toes touching, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, release the head and fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, drop the hips, and rise your arms up. Let's take the arms straight up in front of us. So in chair, weight in the heels. On your exhale, slide left arm back. Open up towards your left. Knees and hips in one line. Pull the shoulders down as you reach through your fingertips. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, slide right arm back. Open up towards your right. Knees in one line. Again, reach out through those fingertips. Inhale, right arm forward. Find an interlace with the hands. Press the insides of the palms forward. Send your hips back. Lean your torso forward. Get nice and low. Weight in the heels. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. If you're jumping, plant the palms, jump back. Otherwise, step back, move through your connection. Meeting in downward dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold. Left leg lifts, inhale. Let's take the knee over to the right elbow, hold. Left leg lifts, inhale. Right back in, warrior 1. Square your hips, soften down through the shoulders. Let's find an interlace behind the back. The chest is lifted, spread the chest, shoulder to shoulder. Interlace fingers reaching a little away from the sacrum. Now big inhale. As you exhale, let your chin fall into your chest. Just feel the back of the neck getting a little stretch. If it feels appropriate for you, you can gently roll the head, the neck from side to side. Take the chin back up. Release your grip, take the arms straight up, inhale. As you exhale, take left arm over right, eagle arms, left over right. Now take the thumbs away from your forehead. And starting with the legs, begin to squeeze the thighs together as you get longer in the torso and lift your heart, lift your elbows. Without losing any of that length, pull your shoulders down and breathe right into the upper back. Let's move that into some rounding. Begin to dip the elbows down just enough to feel your upper back spread. Inhale, rise the elbows up. Full eagle, press into the left foot. Step right leg up and over, and right away, pull your shoulders back. Legs stay in eagle, unwrap the arms and just roll out the shoulders. Arms by your side as you inhale, extend that right leg straight out in front of you. So you're feeling the right quad turn on, your standing leg is super strong. Inhale. Nice slow transition into warrior 3. Right leg back. Extend the arms back, level out your hips. And then in warrior 3, Re-explore that interlace. Pull your shoulders back, keep your gaze down, standing legs strong. Keep the interlace, lower into warrior one, right heel drops, you're right back where you started. So with the interlace behind the back, square your hips. Without clinging with the toes, lean forward to hover just above the thigh. Belly pulls in and up, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, humble warrior, pull all the way down inside of the inner thigh. Reach the interlace fingers up, even if you have to re-interlace. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, let your head go. And exhale, release the palms, release the knee. Lounge lunge, let your hips sink all the way forward here. Take your right hand way above the right shoulder, and then grab a hold of the left knee. Let the right side of the torso ease forward. So you're gonna feel this in your wrist and your shoulders if you don't take the hand out far enough to give yourself that room to lean forward. Foot stays planted, knee in, and find that little wrap of the shoulder, just like you do in downward dog. You can stay here, you can reach for the back foot, pulling heel in towards the butt. You have a grip on the back foot, release it. Lower your palms, shift your hips back and toe heel the left foot out a little further. So now we're inside of the left leg. So we're gonna get a little deeper into the hips now. You're inside of the left foot, let your hips just sink forward. Keep squeezing the knee in. You can stay here the whole time or you can come down onto the forearms. Only if you're down on the forearms can you try tucking back toes and lifting back knee. And make sure if you're down on the forearms, you're not collapsing into the shoulders. You're really pressing into the forearms, letting the head go, but keeping your upper back almost rounded. If you have that back knee lifted, go ahead and lower it. You're down on the forearms, make your way up onto the palms, toe heel your left foot back to center. Set your palms down, tuck back toes, take it back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Wild thing on the exhale, knee to right elbow. Extend your leg, open up. Your exhale takes the right palm down. Your inhale lifts the left leg. Let's meet in pigeon, and remember, we still have that whole other side. Once you're in your pigeon, come up onto your fingertips. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, and slide the hips a little further back. So you're a little deeper in, and you can stay here. You can come down onto the forearms, onto the forehead. We've got just 5 or 6 breaths here. All right. Make your way up onto your palms. Sit on the left hip and swing your right leg out and around. So now we're in a seated position with the right leg out in front of us. Pick up your lower left leg and like it was a little baby, hook the foot into the inner elbow and just rock it back and forth. from here, you're either going to come into half shoelace, so shoelace, your ankle's above the knee, your foot's outside of the thigh. Or if you feel like you're open enough in the hips to come into a full variation, you can swing the right leg underneath, but you want knees in one line, heels in one line, toes in one line. And if you're weight lifted like this, just do the half variation. So the beginning of class, we did that unlocking the shoulder on one side. Before we play with our arm balance on this side, we're gonna work on unlocking the shoulders using both elbows. So everyone take your elbows in line with your shoulders. Fingers are spread but facing each other. Now start by just sliding the shoulders back and lifting up through the chest. You're nice and long in the torso. Take a big inhale into the upper back. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows towards each other, but maintain that distance between the elbows. Pull your shoulders back, lift up your chest. Big inhale into the upper back. Exhale, energetically squeeze elbows together, shoulders back. Get a little longer in your torso. One more big breath. You're feeling the entire upper back, maybe even shaking. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze the elbows towards each other, but slide your shoulders back. Lift your chin away from your chest and breathe. Inhale, rise the arms up. As you exhale, just reach the fingers out and take them down. Roll the shoulders out. And then unwrap your legs. So we're gonna do one little arm balance, that's fun, and then we'll do the other side and then we'll be all done. So flying pigeon, you guys can watch me first. The way this works, so we're on the same side, we're standing on the right leg. You're coming into a little figure 4 position. So for lots of you, just getting the hips down here is gonna be enough. Maybe taking the hands down. Once you can sit down low enough to set the hands down, wrap the left ankle around your right arm, bend your elbows, and then the lower leg kicks out. I'm gonna do it from this side so you guys can see. So little figure 4. I'm bending, sitting down nice and low, hooking the upper arms into the lower leg. This right foot has to squeeze my upper arms so that when I set my hands down, I can squeeze and lift. All right, so you guys have about 30 seconds to play with that. Really remember that squeezing from your unlocking the shoulder move. Nice. That was good, Suzanne. I can't see your other foot, but that squeeze, when you lift the back leg, if you really squeeze the toes into the upper arms, it's gonna give you that strength to lift up. Think about what we did here, and that unlocking the shoulder. It's the same thing down here, and the foot squeezes in. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and come back to the top of our mats. From the top of your mat, just rest the arms by your side, wiggle the fingers. Inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, pull the belly in and fold forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift. You can walk, you can jump, take it through your connection. We'll meet in downward dog. All right, my friends, let's finish up that other side. From your downward dog, lift your right leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow, just a twist, hold. Right leg lifts, inhale. Step it through, warrior 1. So notice wide stance in your warrior 1, feel lifted out of lower back. And just to start, find that interlace behind the back. Open up the chest, soften through the shoulders. You're staying upright, so this first round, if you want to let the chin fall in towards the chest, you're welcome to. Lifting your chin. Release the grip, take the arms straight up, inhale. Exhale, right arm over left. Eagle arms, right over left. And come back into your legs. Make sure you're not clinging with the toes. Take the fingers a little away from the forehead and take a big inhale into the upper back. Again, lifting the elbows, lifting the heart. Soften to the jaw and the shoulders without losing the lift out of lower back. Let's find our rounding. Dip the elbows down just enough to feel your upper back spread. Let your head go. Inhale, rise the elbows, and let's make our way into full eagle. Press into the right foot. Step the left leg up and over, Gardasana. Right away, pulling the shoulders back, don't round. Keep the legs where they are. You can unwrap the arms, roll out the shoulders a little. And arms by your side. With strength, straighten the right leg and extend the left leg right out in front of you. Feel that left quad turn on, shoulders soft, standing legs strong. Inhale. Warrior three, nice and slow as you lean the torso forward and extend that left leg and arms straight back. Take your gaze down, level out the hips and find the interlace behind the back, right back in. Keep the interlace as you slowly lower back into warrior one. The hips are squared, interlace fingers reaching just a little away from the sacrum without clinging with the toes. Lean the torso forward to hover above the thigh. Pull your belly up and in, and then without letting the right hip splay out, fold into humble warrior. Let the head go, maybe rediscover the interlace if that helps you pull the shoulders away from the ears. Release. Drop back knee, lounge lunge. Foot stays planted, let your hips sink way forward. Then take that left palm way above the left shoulder and begin to grab the right knee as you ease the left side of the torso forward. The right knee stays squeezed in, foot stays planted, especially if you're reaching back for the back foot. Release. Lower your palms and just shift your hips back so you can come down inside of the right leg. So right foot's planted, you may have toe-heeled it out. Now let your hips sink back forward, keeping the foot planted and the knee in. You can stay here, you can come onto the forearms, but that foot stays planted, especially if you decide to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Stay lifted out of the shoulders. Continue to breathe that deep Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Exhale, left knee drops. Make your way back up into the palms. If you're not already there, toe heel the right foot in. Set palms down and step back. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Wild thing on the exhale, needle left elbow, extend and open up the chest, open up the hip flexors. Your exhale takes left palm down, your inhale lifts your right leg. Making our way into pigeon. Left thigh slides back, so you're a little deeper into the hips. We've only got about 5 breaths here. Come up onto the palms, sit on the right hip, and swing your left leg out and around. So we'll come into half shoelace to start. Left leg out in front of you. And before settling all the way into shoelace, we're going to lift up that lower right leg and just give it a little bit of rocking side to side. Not letting the shoulders round, so pulling shoulders back, staying lifted. And gently set the right ankle down above the knee, foot outside of the thigh for half shoelace or full shoelace. And before coming into that arm balance, we'll do the same thing, that unlocking the shoulder move. And like I said, when we did flying pigeon before, in flying pigeon, your hands are planted, but you're squeezing the elbows in, right? You're giving yourself a nice solid foundation of the upper arms to rest on. But when we do unlocking the shoulders here, palms are facing in. But it's that same movement in the upper back and the shoulders. So take a big inhale. Exhale, energetically squeeze the elbows in, pull your shoulders back and just get a little longer in the torso. Keep breathing, fingers spread. You're energetically squeezing the elbows in towards each other, but sliding the shoulders back to give more space for the neck, more length in the torso. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Roll out the shoulders. And then we'll try that other side of flying pigeon. Remember, now it's your right leg on top. It's that little figure 4. This foot clings to the upper arm. So as soon as I come down, I'm finding that squeeze against my upper arm. I have to bend my elbows to lift the left leg. About 30 seconds to play with that. Yeah. Woohoo! Nice, Suzanne. You got it on that one. All right, you guys. So I am just about done with time, so we're going to finish up seated. Now, if you guys come into a comfortable seated position. And if we finish up here and you guys still want a little bit more bridge, some bridge on the wall, some shoulder stuff would be good. But for now, to close class on time together, just seated, any way that feels good to you, with the arms resting by your side, the shoulders soft, the chest lifted. One of my favorite ways to kind of feel connected to all of you, whether in a real room or in these Zoom rooms, is Brahmari breath. I think we've all done Brahmari before. It's that buzzing sound, so similar to oming, but with the mouth shut and a little bit more vibrational. So it's meant to stir up any stagnant energy you may be holding within you. So with the eyes closed. Take a breath here and just scan the body. Notice any parts of the body that may be feeling still a little tense or like they need a little bit of something extra. And then with the eyes shut, go ahead and take your hands to that spot. Don't be shocked, I'm gonna unmute you guys. So here, with your hands on your spot, remember, basic rule of thumb, the higher up on the body, the more high-pitched your buzzing sound will be. The lower on the body, the more low-pitched rumble. So eyes closed, hands to your spot. Take a deep inhale to prepare. I'm still feeling those vibrations from your Brahmari breath. Let's take hands right on top of the heart. And just taking a nice big inhale into the chest. Let your exhale come out through the mouth. All right, you guys, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you, Kelliann.
Yeah.